Good evening, dear listener, and welcome back to our channel. Tonight, we're gently guiding you through enchanting tales like Beneath the Eaves of the Silver Beech and Golden Twilight at the Birchwood Glen, each brimming with the serene beauty of nature. If you genuinely enjoy these soft tales, consider subscribing or liking our content, only if it feels right for you. We're always curious about our listeners. Feel free to share where you're tuning in from and what time it is in your part of the world. It's lovely knowing the details of your cozy evening routines. Now, as we begin, take a moment to dim the lights, or perhaps settle under your warm covers. Let the day's concerns slowly melt away as your breathing finds a calm rhythm. Our first story, Beneath the Eaves of the Silver Beech, is ready to unfold, painting gentle images as you unwind. In the heart of a whispering wood, where silver beeches stood tall with their smooth, pale bark reflecting the soft, dappled light, lay a small, secluded glade. There, the earth was a patchwork of soft mosses, and the air shimmered with the faintest hint of summer's warmth. Twilight was settling into the day, painting the world in hues of soft lilacs and mellow blues. This particular glade held a certain magic, not the vivid magic of myths and legends, but the quiet, understated magic of gentle serenity. A narrow path, carpeted with the stray leaves of the season, wound through the woodland, guiding any wanderer to this hidden haven. The silver leaves of the beeches whispered in the faint evening breeze, their shimmery dance echoing the sun's retreat behind the hills. As you enter the glade, the stillness embraces you like a long-lost friend. The soothing scent of earth and leaf fills the air, mingling with the sweet trace of wild honeysuckle, whose vines crept lovingly over the lower branches. You take a deep breath, letting the tranquility seep into each inhale, finding a rhythm with the rustle of leaves above. Kneeling by a small brook, its waters a gentle murmur over smooth stones, you dip your fingers in, feeling the cool, refreshing touch of the stream. It twines through the glade like a silken ribbon, glistening with the soft luminescence of twilight. Here and there, small fish dart beneath the surface, their scales flicking back the dim light like tiny mirrors. A wooden bench, worn smooth by years of summer suns and winter frosts, rests beneath one of the grandest beeches, its roots sprawling like a natural sculpture. You settle down, the wood warm from the day's sun, and listen. Listen as the world sighs around you, leaving behind the bustle of the day. The only sounds now are the peep of frogs somewhere distant and the whisper of wings as a pair of nightingales trade melodies above. The leaves tremble and shimmer in the gentle breeze, and for a moment it seems as if the entire canopy is awash with silver, reflecting the sky's deepening blue. Fireflies begin to make their appearance, timid at first, then bolder, stitching the dusk with their soft, luminescent threads. Their glow, an ethereal fairy light, dances among the shadows, lending a magical touch to the nearing night. As you sit, the warmth of the day lingers, a gentle, soothing presence. The air is thick with the scent of jasmine and night-blooming flowers that unfurl their petals. As the temperatures dip, their perfume blends with the cool evening air, creating a heady mix that envelops the entire glade, intoxicating in its beauty. Time seems to slow, each moment languorous and unhurried, strung together by the soft symphony of night. Overhead, the first stars begin to twinkle, shyly at first, then with growing confidence as the sky deepens into velvet darkness. They cast a soft, silver glow upon the world, aligning with the moon's own luminescence which peeks through the foliage. As the night drapes its calm over the woodland, the glade becomes a world entire unto itself, its borders defined by shadows and whispers. The distant hoot of an owl somewhere in the night adds a comforting note to the symphony of sounds. You close your eyes, breathing in this sanctuary, letting the gentle balm of nature wash over you. Each breath in brings the scent of leaves and damp earth, and each breath out, a release into this eternal present. The world, in its infinite ability to hold space for quiet, offers not answers, but a haven for rest. The branch above you sways lightly in the breeze, as if brushing away the cares of the day. The silver beech, steadfast and nurturing, provides a canopy of peace under which you can simply exist, untouched by the world's clamorous demands. Its strength and grace, a silent guardian for this moment of tranquility. Deep in the glade, the soft noises of life bring about a certain awareness of the earth's gentle pulse. the slight rustle as a hedgehog forages beneath the underbrush, the soft rustling of ferns swaying ever so slightly in the crisp, cool air. And farther off, the cricket's lullaby, chirping a song of quiet nights and unhurried days. The deepening twilight whispers its own stories, tales of countless nights it has enfolded in its starry cloak, stories told not in words, but in the silent chorus of tree and water, of breeze and feather, each one waiting, patient as the trees themselves, to be heard by those who know how to listen, floating in this glade, cradled by its serenity. You feel the edges of sleep beckon, letting your thoughts drift like the night mist rising from the earth, light and unbound. The smooth texture of the bench beneath you, the soothing quiet of the land, soothing balm for tired minds. As each second drips into the next, the gentle cadence of the stream becomes the soft serenade leading you into dreams. Above, the moon watches with a gentle gaze, its light silvered and cool, filling the glade with a tender brilliance. The world outside this sanctuary might turn and churn, yet here, beneath the embracing boughs of the Silver Beech, time is a gentle tide, rolling softly through a space untouched by its harsher currents. Fireflies continue their dance, weaving a canopy of light against the darkened sky. As they flit, their luminescence weaves a magic not bound by purpose, existing solely to be admired, a testament to nature's quiet artistry. And so, in this quiet glade, watched over by the gentle Silver Beech, sleep finds you. Not the deep, immediate pull of a hasty rest, but the slow drift into a serene repose. Here, where the world is soft and time is generous, sleep comes like a gentle river, winding its way through the whispering wood. The stars sprinkle their quiet blessings down. The breeze offers its cool caress, and the night, tender and eternal, cradles you in its velvety arms, ensuring that this moment will linger long into the dreams it brings. The gentle lull of the night's melody intertwines with your consciousness, gradually drawing you further into a peaceful slumber. The air around you feels almost tangible, a delicate shroud of softness and warmth that wraps you in its embrace. Somewhere nearby, a dew-covered leaf finally gives in to gravity's gentle pull, its journey from branch to earth, a silent testament to nature's quiet, enduring cycle. In the darkness, every sound seems amplified, yet softened by the velvet night. The stream's persistent whisper carries stories of lands upstream, tales born on water that has travelled over stones for countless seasons. It tells stories of springtime rains and autumn leaves, stories that only the quiet, contemplative forest can truly understand. As the glade sways with nocturnal harmony, a gentle rustle draws your attention to the underbrush. There, an inquisitive fox emerges, its eyes bright with curiosity and wisdom born of patient observation. For a moment, it stands still, assessing the safety of this tranquil haven before padding silently through the moon-dappled shadows. Its graceful retreat is accompanied by the muted applause of the leaves overhead, a gentle acknowledgement of life's perpetual dance. High above, bats take flight, their erratic paths tracing ephemeral designs against the moonlit sky. Their presence is an elegant reminder of the unseen world that comes alive beneath the night's cloak, each fluttering past a whisper in the tapestry of dreams beginning to weave itself over you. The scent of wild mint, released by the day's warmth, mingles with the dampness of the earth, creating a medley of fragrances that promise rejuvenation and rest. It is a scent you breathe in deeply, allowing its calming properties to meld with your steadying heartbeat. As you retreat further into the embrace of the evening, the soft caress of a gentle breeze brings with it the sound of willow branches, their weeping limbs brushing tenderly against the beech's sturdy trunk. This delicate percussive dance plays softly, a rhythm that becomes your own as you settle into the glade's nurturing spell. The glade, with its rich tapestry of sounds and scents, now feels like a secret world kept just for you, a place where dreams find their footing in reality's gentle hold. Slowly, your breathing evens out, matching the slow, measured tempo of life's quiet hum pulsing through the forest floor. The night deepens, each shade of darkness a comfort in its layered complexity. Its shadows are heavy with promise, round and soft, with no sharp edges to catch on thoughts. It is a cloak that absorbs the day's remnants, giving shelter to all that seek solace within its folds. Near the bench, where the underbrush parts to cradle the roots of a tree, a family of rabbits quietly emerges, grazing silently under moonlight's tender vow. Their presence, calm and unaffected by your own, reinforces the peaceful symphony of existence. They too partake in the glade's offering, confident in its boundless serenity. A gentle fog begins to rise from the cooling earth, curling sensuously around each blade of grass, each stone, subtly shifting the landscape into one of gentle mystery. It cloaks the forest floor, distilling the world into blurred impressions and quiet introspections. And here, immersed in twilight's enchantment, nature's gentle cadence nudges you softly toward the thresholds of sleep. Each breath out carries away the faint echoes of the day's chatter, while each breath in refreshes the soul with the forest's ancient whispers. In these moments, you become part of the glade's story, your presence a note in its timeless lullaby. Under the watchful eye of the night's stellar canopy, every worry disbands, each fragment of restlessness smoothing out into the lunar embrace. You find that you too are becoming a part of the journeying river, a stream of consciousness drifting languidly through the realm of sleep, bathed in moonlight, embraced by the timbre of the woodland chorus. You yield completely to the night's radiation of tranquility. Here, in this cocoon of nature and nurture, you drift away, gently, softly, into the balm of dreams. Dreams painted with the colours of twilight and traced by the hand of peaceful sleep. Rest easy. Our next story is just beginning. The glow of late summer enveloped the Birchwood Glen, where slender trees stood like silent sentinels against the mellowing sky. Their trunks, clad in creamy white and embellished with black marks, formed a delicate pattern, an artist's canvas wrought by nature herself. As evening approached, the chorus of cicadas grew softer, mingling with the whisper of leaves that rustled gently with the breeze. It was a place where time danced slowly, each moment unfurling like a languid note in a hushed symphony. The sun floated low, casting golden beams that sifted through the boughs and speckled the ground with patches of gently quivering light. Those who wandered here felt a soothing embrace, as though the world had forgotten to race on and chose instead to amble, to ponder, and to listen. The path through the glen wove lazily among the trees, carpeted in a thin layer of silken moss. It was a path worn by years of gentle treading, neither rushed nor hurried, but savoured footfall upon footfall. Here and there, the moss was dotted with delicate white flowers, whose petals seem to glow in the dimming light, like stars on an emerald sea. Further along the path, a gentle stream meandered, its waters catching and reflecting the burnished hues of sunset. It sang a serene song, one that spoke of cool springs and far-off rains, mingling harmoniously with the fragile sigh of the birch leaves above. Stones scattered along its edges were smoothed by years of water's tender caress, their surfaces warm to the touch, holding the day's golden heat. You pause by the stream, sensing how life here seemed untouched by the passing seasons. The trickle of water over stones was a crystalline lullaby, urging you to sit and listen. There was a log, soft with age, but sturdy enough to invite you to rest. Low branches framed this natural seat with graceful verdure, offering shade from the remnants of day's warmth. Around you, the scent of earthiness mingled with a sweet floral undertone, the breath of the forest distilled in the cooling air. Insects danced in the shafts of light, tiny lanterns flickering amidst the birdsong that slowly dwindled as dusk crept upon the horizon. The flow of time here was as fluid and unhurried as the stream itself. Above, the sky changed from its bright cerulean beginnings to washes of pink and amber, colours deepening to bruised purples as twilight descended. Stars began to reveal themselves cautiously, like shy guests at a gathering, their soft glow competing tenderly with the dying light. The glen was momentarily awash with a celestial glow, a gentle prelude to the coming night. As you relax against the cool bark, there's a comforting sense of being enclosed, sheltered by the glen's leafy embrace. The texture of the bark is rough yet soothing against your fingertips, connecting you to the ancient cadence of the woods. Time loses its importance. What matters is the gentle pulse of nature's heart beneath your touch. A faint rustling draws your attention. Near the stream, a family of deer steps quietly through the undergrowth. Their fur is the softest brown, merging seamlessly into the dappled shadows. Antlers crowned with velvet above large, watchful eyes. They move with a quiet dignity, sipping the water with delicate grace before melting back into the forest's gentle embrace. In this tranquil world, you let your thoughts drift like leaves on a summer breeze, carried by the currents of this untouched paradise. The glen seems to cradle its visitors in a tender lullaby, speaking of peace and a slower, forgotten pace. As you begin to wander further, the path widens slightly, leading to a small clearing gently in the twilight hush. The lavender and chamomile exude their soothing fragrances, mixing with the cool night air. Fireflies begin to appear, winking intermittently like floating stars, their dance weaving an enchanting tapestry against the night's blanket. You remain still, watching their ephemeral glow with childlike wonder. There's a balm in their presence, a reminder that beauty resides even in the smallest of experiences. The air is warm, yet soothing, a promise of the day's lull, carried into the depths of night. As you stand amidst this living painting, you notice how the world hums with life, yet remains so peaceful. Birds chirp softly once more, a late-night serenade before slumber. The grasses sway, whispering secrets to the breeze, their melody a soft counterpoint to the distant owl's call, a gentle reverberation through the still air. The path continues softly, guided by the delicate silvery light of the crescent moon, now hanging high and regal among the stars. Each step feels like part of a ritual, an honoring of the quiet balm that this place offers to those who seek it. Your feet find an easy rhythm in their undisturbed passage over loamy earth, leading you to a broader part of the stream where it widens into a tranquil pool. The water here is a mirror to the sky, reflecting stars that twinkle like diamonds scattered upon a dark silk. You pause, again captivated by this singular moment where nature seems to hold its breath with you. Rings ripple upon the water's surface, a fish gently breaching before slipping away once more into its hidden world. There's no rush here, only the companionable silence that nature offers whenever you choose to listen. The tapestry of life moves at its own pace, inviting you to synchronize with its serene cadence. Each breath you take mingles with the air around you, and you feel an embracing calm seep into your spirit. The glen, in its gentle wisdom, envelops you in its timeless song, a melody old as the rocks, carried forward through each leaf and stream. There's comfort in this simplicity, an easing of burdens as the last slivers of daylight dip beneath the horizon, leaving only the moon's ethereal watch. You meander back along the path, savoring the cool texture of the moss underfoot, the rustle of unseen creatures in the underbrush, announcing their nighttime sorties. It is as though you've slipped into a different realm, one where the daylight worries have grown faint and beautifully irrelevant. Your heart beats slow and steady, accompanied by the forest's own gentle pulse. As you retrace your way towards the heart of the glen, there is a pause beneath the vast expanse of midnight blue, a canopy flecked with starlight. Here, where the earth meets the sky, the world is wrapped in a delicate silence that holds more power than sound itself. The air cools slightly, reminiscent of the sea's tender embrace before dawn, refreshing after the sun's ardor. With each step, the world around you grows richer in its quiet simplicity, a reminder of nature's own exquisite artistry. You find yourself returning to the sanctuary of the stream, feeling the simplicity of its eternal flow wrapping around you, a gentle lull from the cares of the waking world. Turning to the east, where the horizon promises a new day far off, you pause. The glen stands as it always has, a guardian of peace, a keeper of dreams. Its life continues on in a gentle cycle, a tapestry woven from light and shade, wind and dirt, the ephemeral and the eternal. In this place of silver birch and flowing water, you feel at home, nestled in this cradle of tranquility. And as evening falls deeper, you whistle once more, feeling the fabric of the world weave around you. The whispers, the scents, the gentle lights, each a note in the lullaby of the Birchwood Glen. You close your eyes as breaths slow, synchronizing with the steady hum of the night, welcoming sleep in the tender arms of nature's embrace. A soft breeze kisses your cheek as you allow yourself to melt into the surrounding peace. The world reduced to the gentle symphony of night sounds and the steady rhythm of your own breathing. The brush of cool night air against your skin feels almost like a gentle caress, a reminder of the gentle cycles of the forest and the promise of morning yet to come. In this serene cocoon, your thoughts drift along with the gentle rustle of the trees. Each leaf seems to whisper stories of ages past, their timeless dance a comforting lull in the tender quiet of night. The forest floor beneath you, soft and forgiving, holds the warmth of the day, wrapping you in its embrace as your senses fade to a place of dreams and reflections. Around you, the earthly choir of crickets begins anew, their song weaving harmonies with the distant call of an owl hidden in the shadows. Their song is ancient, a ritual repeated since time immemorial, and it ushers you further into reverie. A delicate mist begins to gather in the hollow of the glen, enfolding the landscape in a shroud of silver mystery. It swirls gently around the trunks of the birch, rising and falling like the breath of the woodland itself. Its cool tendrils brush against grass and stone, creating a magical world, half dream, half reality, an ethereal film that transforms this earthly tangent into something otherworldly. Your gaze shifts upward, where the sky stretches endlessly, punctuated by the slow arc of a shooting star. A bright streak across the velvety expanse. As it disappears beyond the horizon, you feel a spark of hope, a quiet wonder at being a part of this grand tapestry. Thoughts of the day that was drift away, leaving behind only the gentle promise of rejuvenation and solace. The hum of nearby crickets fades further into the background as your eyelids flutter closed. Here, in this enchanted woodland, sleep is a gentle plunge into the warm embrace of comfort, where dreams wander alongside reality, crafted by the mind's gentle touch. As you surrender to sleep, dreams unfurl like the unfurling of a petal in the warmth of morning light, a transitory dance through lush, serene landscapes and familiar comforts. The trickling melody of the stream becomes the soundtrack to visions of ancient trees and rustling leaves, of companionships unbroken by the passage of time, and of a world abiding in peace. In this gentle surrender to the night, your consciousness drifts like a leaf upon a tranquil pond, undisturbed and at ease. The present moment dissolves into the comforting blurs of the hereafter, where dreams are born and spirits are renewed amidst the patience and grace of the Birchwood Glen. And now, let yourself settle in a little deeper as we begin our next tale. The evening had settled gently over the wisteria garden, and the last threads of golden sunlight wove their way through the cascading vines. The trellises, old and well-weathered, supported the unruly beauty of the wisteria's multitude of lavender blooms, which swung gently in a soft, sighing breeze. Their fragrance, sweet and intoxicating, floated like a tender whisper in the air, caressing the senses with slow, deliberate ease. You find yourself meandering along the earthen path that winds through this secluded haven. Each step you take is unrushed and deliberate, echoing softly off the flagstones that peek through the wild, velvety moss. The evening air is warm, imbued with the faint scent of summer's promise, and the subtle, cooling fragrance of damp earth, freshly kissed by the twilight's dew. Overhead, the lacework canopy of wisteria dapples the ground beneath you, casting gentle shadows that dance in the waning light. The garden is a place of hushed secrets and gentle solitude. All around, the landscape is alive with quiet sounds. The soothing rustle of leaves, the delicate trill of a solitary bird heralding the close of day. Not far off, there is the light tinkle of water, where an old stone fountain bubbles serenely. Its presence adds a tranquil rhythm to the garden's concert, a timeless serenade to the setting sun. Walking further along, you reach a small bench, fashioned from rough-hewn cedar. Its surface is smooth, polished by countless hands, and warm to the touch. You ease yourself down, feeling the earth's slow pulse through the wood, as if inviting you to share in the lingering warmth of the day. The bench is situated beneath a particularly generous wisteria tree, its branches heavy with blooms that sway like the skirts of long-forgotten ballroom dancers. As you sit, a soft, languid breeze stirs the air, carrying with it the rustling song of the wisteria leaves and the gentle clatter of petals hidden in their embrace. You close your eyes, allowing these sounds to weave their quiet tapestry around you. It feels as though each whisper of wind, each breath of nature, is crafting a lullaby meant solely for you, allowing your thoughts to drift and float like dandelion seeds on the breeze. The sky above deepens into a soft indigo, the horizon holding on to the last blush of roseate light. One by one, stars begin to glimmer into existence, timidly at first, as if testing their glow against the waning remnants of the sun's dominion. Their light is gentle, a silver dusting over the garden, and with it comes the first appearance of fireflies, their tiny lanterns blinking in an erratic, playful dance. The air is thick with the scent of flowering night phlox, which lies hidden beneath the twist and turn of the wisteria's extensive boughs. This nocturnal bloom unfurls under the cloak of night, releasing a fragrance akin to sweet vanilla, mingling with the heady bouquet of cascading blossoms. The combined aroma is almost otherworldly, a soft blanket of scents that curls lazily through the cooling air. Nearby, the old fountain gurgles on, its quiet song a companion to the symphony of crickets that have begun their nightly choir. The water's surface catches the starlight, shimmering in 1,000 tiny rivulets, tumbling ceaselessly in bubbly joy. You can almost feel the gentle spray on your skin, a refreshing kiss that tickles the senses and stirs a pleasant shiver that races lightly over your arms. Turning slightly, your gaze falls upon a small clearing further into the arbour, where a cluster of lanterns hang from low branches, Their warm, golden glow creates pools of light, casting a mosaic of moving shadows between patches of clear illumination. Beneath the lanterns, a rug of soft, plush meadow grass invites bare feet to sink into its cool embrace. The grass is redolent with the scent of clover and the occasional mint tendril that finds its way through the lush undergrowth. You take your time wandering to this inviting space, savoring the feeling of smooth grass underfoot. As you step into the clearing, the lantern light envelopes you in a gentle radiance, its warmth curling around your shoulders like a cherished shawl. Here, the nighttime feels almost infinite. The world beyond the garden seems to fade away, leaving only the quiet serenity of wisteria and starlight. Sinking down onto the grass, you allow yourself to fully relax, surrendering to the soft embrace of the earth below. The lanterns sway gently above, their lights oscillating with the rhythm of the breeze. A soft, golden pulse in the tranquil dusk. You breathe deeply, inhaling the melange of scents, floral and fresh, earthy and sweet. A sensory dance that carries you deeper into the solace of the night. The hush of the evening surrounds you completely. Sound seems to stretch out, elongated, and gently preserved in the fluid depths of twilight. In this place, time becomes a gentle circle, a loop of breathing garden, of sparkling sky, and of whispering nature, all bound by the silken thread of this night breeze. Without realizing it, your eyes begin to grow heavy under the calming influence of this peaceful enclave. The lull of the garden, with its soft noises and fragrant air, has completed its slow, steady work, ushering you toward rest. You surrender willingly, letting go of the day's concerns, worries swallowed up by the resilient nature encircling you. As you drift toward sleep, the garden becomes a canvas of dreams that beckon gently at the edge of consciousness. You imagine a tale spun from the heart of this wisteria kingdom, a story where each blossom shares memories in sweet, petal-soft whispers, and every rustling leaf carries the echoes of timeless laughter. This enchanting wisteria garden, the light, the shadows, the breeze, it cradles your last waking thoughts, wrapping them in the velvet of the night. It is a world of quiet tranquility, an escape into a gentle realm where only peace reigns, and every breath is a step closer to the dreams awaiting in the depths of soothing slumber. A subtle shift in the air heralds the approach of a gentle night mist, creeping in on silent feet to envelop the garden in its cool embrace. The mist curls lazily around the wisteria trunks, draping them in gauzy veils like ethereal garments from some forgotten dreamtime. It dampens the sound, thickening the air with serene stillness as it kisses the earth with dew. In their celestial courts, the stars burn brighter, casting their ethereal glow upon this shrouded asylum of peace. Each pinpoint of light becomes an anchor for the wandering eye, soothing the senses and guiding thoughts into calmer waters. A nearby brook, hidden somewhere in the tangle of flowering growths and sinuous branches, adds its own melody, a quiet, rippling undertone that lulls with its ceaseless murmur. In the distance, an owl calls softly to the moon, its voice a mellow note that floats on the night's cool breath. The response comes, an echoing call from afar, and in the space between their cries, a natural harmony settles into your bones. The conversation of these distant companions seems a secret language of patient wisdom, shared under the watchful gaze of the eternal night. The fireflies continue their whimsical dance, blinking in their own rhythm, scribbling invisible notes of light in the velveteen air. Their phosphorescent interplay becomes a visual symphony that complements the aural magic enveloping you. Like little stars torn from the fabric of the sky, they roam freely, oblivious to the boundaries of earth and sky. You imagine the tales they could tell. These tiny sprites, if only one could understand their flickering prose. Perhaps they weave stories of love and longing, or recount the mysteries of the garden, tales that only night flowers hear, tucked away beneath leaf and bough. Slowly, your inner world dims, thoughts softening like footprints in freshly fallen snow. Each sound, the gentle rustling of the breeze, the soft splash of the fountain's cascade, the subdued to and fro of night creatures, blends into a soothing chorus. The harmony whispers directly to the soul, inviting your mind to drift further into this peaceful embrace. As sleep nears, the boundaries of reality start to blur into the gossamer fabric of dreams. You feel as if you're floating above this sleeping garden, riding the backs of those twinkling fireflies. A gentle spirit soaring under the stars. The garden below remains a sanctuary, a benevolent keeper of dreams that nurtures both flora and soul. comforted by the knowledge that this serene world will stand vigil through the night. Your spirit releases its tether to the waking world. The mysterious garden watches over you as you drift deeper, like a tender guardian who understands your deepest need for rest and rejuvenation. In this place, under the wistaria's watchful gaze and the timeless dance of the stars, you sleep. The whispers of the garden continue their soothing spell, the gentle orchestration of nature's lullaby, ensuring a seamless journey into a world where dreams unfurl like leaves at the break of dawn. The air grows slightly cooler, soft eddies of mist playing among the branches as they twirl and twist together, creating delicate patterns that only the nocturnal eye can trace. The calm atmosphere is momentarily enhanced by the faint murmurs of a summer night orchestra, a chorus of frogs punctuating the night with their soft, rhythmic croaks. Each note seems carefully chosen, integrating seamlessly with the symphony of sounds enveloping the garden. Suddenly, the soft patter of footsteps draws forth as a gentle deer emerges from the shadows, its eyes glistening like liquid amber lit by starlight. It pauses at the edge of the clearing, ears poised and alert, attentive to the rhythmic flow of the garden's breathing night. Its presence is calming, the embodiment of nature's unhurried grace and gentle curiosity. The fireflies carry on with their ethereal revelry, and you can almost imagine the glowing orbs of their flight as delicate, woven nets of light, each one holding captive a tiny portion of the garden's nightly magic. Their light ebbs and flows like the gentle waves along a hidden shoreline, creating intervals of dim light and deep shadows. The night continues its serene procession, a careful unfolding of moments that blend seamlessly into each other. The mist thickens slightly, its cool breath wafting over exposed skin like a soft-spoken promise. This mist wraps around each wisteria vine and flower, infusing the air with an added layer of mystique, transforming the garden into a beautifully shadowed tapestry. Every breath becomes a draw of cool, earthy fragrance, intermingled with floral sweetness, as if the very air has come alive with memory and possibility. It kisses your senses awake even as it coaxes your body further into the peace of sleep, the perfect melody of contrast. The gentle sounds of this sleeping earth and sky cradle you further into tranquility. The ground beneath, though solid, feels pliant and welcoming, adapting to the shape and weight of your form. An embrace from the earth itself, holding you tenderly as if in a mother's arms. Now and then, a whisper of wind rustles the leaves, carrying with it a chill deliciously invigorating against the skin. Each fluttering leaf, each wandering breeze seems to carry the garden's deep wisdom. Tales ancient and new whispered quietly in the ear of the soul. As you surrender to this quiet embrace, your dreams take shape around you, weaving seamlessly into the atmosphere of the night. They float on the night air like the white petals of falling wisteria, caught in the luminous glow of the fireflies, trailing softly around the edges of sleep. With each inhale and exhale, your body syncs perfectly with the natural rhythms, bound into the comforting cadence of this nighttime oasis. Eyes closed, yet your mind paints a vivid tableau of stars and garden beneath heavy lids, the sights and sounds harmonizing to caress your mind into the depths of slumber. The owls, the fountain, the fireflies, the wisteria, they all gather round you like gentle guardians, casting their magic over your resting spirit, ensuring your journey within a quilt woven from the threads of midnight's gentle embrace. And there you find yourself, cradled in the bosom of this night-blooming paradise. A place woven from dreams and starlit whispers, singing you softly to sleep. The night is quiet, and so are we. Our next story begins softly now. In the heart of a summer dusk, where Guy gently relinquished its hold to night, lay a hidden sanctuary known as the Tidal Orchards. This serene haven was cradled between emerald hills and kissed by the soft whispers of the sea breeze. Here, nature's rhythm held sway, an untouched tapestry where the boundaries of earth and ocean embraced in quiet harmony. The orchard was unlike any other, for its trees stood in waters that ebbed and flowed with the ocean's breath. Each tree, an ancient sentinel, had its boughs draped in lush fruit that glistened like jewels against the dimming sky. When the tide rose, the roots drank deeply from the salty brine, drawing strength from the mingling of land and sea. As twilight crept over the orchards, the air was suffused with the soft, warm glow of the setting sun, casting long shadows that danced upon the rippling waves. A gentle breeze, carrying the tangy whisper of sea salt, threaded its way through the leaves, setting them to a gentle rustling that sang like a lullaby to the evening. The path through the orchard was lined with fragrant grasses and tiny wildflowers, whose colours softened and mingled in the waning light. Here, under the generous span of the sky, the earth felt both immense and intimate, a convolution of space that comforted like a familiar, loving embrace. As you venture deeper into the orchard, the rustling of leaves mingled with the distant call of seabirds returning to their nests. Above, the sky peeled back to reveal a tapestry of stars. Even as the last hues of sunset clung to the horizon, a gentle promise of the night's coming cool. The waters lapped softly at the roots of the trees, a rhythmic, soothing murmur that punctuated the silence. Each wave was a caress, a reminder of the ocean's ceaseless dance with the land. The air was tinged with the fresh scent of brine and the sweet, earthy aroma of ripening fruit. As you walked, you could feel the soft earth give way underfoot, each step a gentle invitation to unwind and wander. The coolness of the ground seeped through your shoes, a tangible connection to the natural world that felt grounding and serene. Here, time seemed to stretch and slow, unfurling in deliberate, unhurried moments. The trees, gnarled and wise, whispered secrets older than any could remember. Their trunks were thick with history, their bark a rough mosaic that told stories of seasons past. Some low-hanging branches allowed the touch of curious fingers. Each leaf, cool and alive, turned gently at your touch, displaying the underside of its verdant skin with a subtle, comforting rustle. Among the trees, pockets of moonlight began to pool as the sun dipped lower, turning the orchard into a landscape of dappled silver and shadow. Fireflies appeared, tiny sparks of light flitting amongst the branches, their dance a silent symphony that unfolded in the thickening dusk. The glow they shed was soft, like the gentle hues of dawn captured and held within their fragile bodies. In the distance, a gentle clinking marked the location of wind chimes, woven of shells and driftwood by the tide itself, now hanging from the boughs like tiny guardians of sound. Each breath of air coaxed a melody from them, notes drifting on the night, intermingling with the distant muted roar of the sea. You could sense the deep, slow heart of the orchard, a steady beat that echoed with the rise and fall of the tide. Each tree seemed to exhale a soft, contented sigh, as if settling comfortably into the embrace of the evening. In one particularly quiet corner of the orchard, a small clearing offered a resting place. A wooden bench, smooth with age and use, sat beneath an overarching bough that sheltered it like a protective arm. Here, you allowed yourself to sit, to lean back and lose yourself in the rhythmic sway of branches. the gentle rocking of the world in time with the ocean's song. The night unfolded around you, draping the world in its cool, velvety cloak. Stars speckled the heavens, their light twinkling with a gentle persistence, reflections of the age-old movements above. The sky was a vast, comforting canvas, an endless expanse that invited dreams and whispered of faraway places. A soft fragrance rose from the orchard floor, where lavender and crushed mint lay mingled, lending their soothing perfume to the night. You breathed deeply, letting the scent work its calming magic, a balm to the soul, coaxing tension from weary muscles. Suddenly, a subtle splash interrupted the mellow hush as a fish leapt in the nearby waters, drawn perhaps by the tantalizing glimpse of the moon's reflection. The ripples spread outward, fading into the gentle lapping of waves against roots and rocks, a reminder of life hidden just beneath the surface. In this peaceful solitude, the boundaries of self began to blur, as if you and the orchard were intertwined within the same gentle dream. The night wore on, the hum of insects rising and falling like a distant refrain, the air thick with the promise of rest and renewal. All around, the world whispered its secrets in tones of shadow and light, the language of an earth unhurried by the swift passage of days. The orchard stood as sentinels to the night, aware, breathing, pulsing with a life all their own. With time, the coolness of evening deepened, the air turning crisp with the passage of hours. Yet the orchard was a cocoon, snug and warm, a timeless enclave that promised a sanctuary from cares. You cast your gaze upward once more, where constellations danced their ancient, unchanging steps, etching stories across the sky. In this gentle place, as the music of waves continued their lullaby, sleep settled deftly upon your shoulders, a gentle cloak woven from the night's tranquility. Here, amid the tidal orchards, dreamless and deep, the world whispered for you alone, a solace for weary minds, where waking and dreaming became one. And so, in perfect peace, the night drew close, the softness of its fold hiding the orchard in silence, promising the dawn of another day kissed by the sea's embrace. As your eyelids grew heavier, the sound of the ocean's lullaby mingled with the soft rustle of leaves. The orchard seemed to cradle you in its arms, as if it understood the heart's desire for respite. The gentle symphony of nature was accompanied by the occasional croak of a distant frog, adding texture to the The bench beneath you was warm from the day's sun, yet now cooled by the night air, embracing you in its simple comfort. Your fingers idly traced the grains of wood, feeling its storied texture beneath your touch, a testament to the many seasons it had witnessed. Each line and groove spoke of time's gentle passage, of rain and sunlight, of cycles repeated without haste. In the orchard's embrace, your thoughts drifted like leaves upon the tide, untethered and free. Memories surfaced like fireflies, flickering gently in the periphery of your mind, mingling with the dreams beginning to weave into the fabric of sleep. Images of sunlit days and serene personal victories mingled with the present, creating a tapestry of contentment that warmed your heart. The night deepened, a soft hush descending over the world, as if urging all creatures to pause and reflect in its embrace. A harmony existed in this pause, where every breath seemed to synchronize with the timeless ebb and flow of the sea. The orchard's branches arched above, forming a natural canopy woven with starlight, as if the universe itself bent low to listen to the earthy symphony below. There was comfort in this vastness, in the shared vibrations of heartbeats and tides, reminding you of your place in the grand mosaic. Everything felt interconnected. The trees with their roots bound to the sea, the stars casting their glow upon the waves, and even you, sitting silently and absorbing it all. Nature's gentle insistence on rest enveloped you, inviting surrender to the tranquil rhythm that allowed every tension to dissolve into the night. As time flowed unobserved, the weariness of the day dissipated, leaving only a peaceful stillness. The soul found solace in the simplicity of just being, without the need for purpose or intent. In the depth of the night, the clarity of solitude emerged. Yet it was not loneliness, but a profound kinship with all that surrounded you. The orchard was alive, breathing and pulsating with its own quiet energy, and you, cherished within its heart, felt every pulse as if it were your own. Gradually, the urge to close your eyes became irresistible. Gently, the softness of the night cocooned you, wrapping you in a delicate shawl of dreams. The air sighed against your face, a whisper of encouragement to let go, to let the dreams unfurl beneath your closed lids. And then, as sleep finally took you, the orchards continued their ancient vigil. The sea sang its eternal song, and the trees standing guard, listened with their leaf-clad fingers, etching runes into the soil. The world became a realm of magic and wonder, promising that even in sleep, adventures awaited in whispers and shadows. Dreams floated on silver-streaked winds, odes to places untamed and serene. Within them, the tides and the trees co-created stories that danced in your mind, weaving together lands and skies with the elegance of timelessness. So you slept, steeped in the serenity of the tidal orchards, where every breath matched the ocean's ebb, every heartbeat resonated with the earth's rhythm, and peace held you like the gentle tide cradling the land in its steady embrace. Sweet dreams, everyone. Rest well, and we'll be here whenever you need us again.